Today we're going to take a look at an embeddings categorizer, which takes in any text and matches it to one of the given categories using embeddings here. In this case, we're using text embeddings 3 large. So these are our categories. We have 20 of them. Let's begin by entering Hawaii. So we are returning the top 3 scores. So the first matching one is travel, then history, then education. Let's try. I'm studying to become a mathematician, and the top matching categories, education, then finance, then science. I searched for flowers and it matched it to fashion, art, and travel. Let's try running. It first matches the sport, then travel, then politics. So it's not perfect because it's embedding based, but it's very fast and it works quite well. Let's try Mark Twain. Actually, when we try Mark Twain, it matches it to travel, then literature and history. Interestingly, we try Hemingway. It matches the literature, environment, then history. We search for Roman Empire, then it matches the history, then real estate, then the politics. Let's do brain. Brain matches the psychology, science, then art. Let's try Picasso, and matches art, food, and psychology. So this is a cool little script I wrote using OpenAI Unified. Code files for this will be available at Patreon. Link will be in the description. Let's take a look at how it works. So you can use a system like this for many different purposes. One of them is to obviously categorize some text, but you can use this to categorize chunks of information, maybe a folder that contains documents, which I'm thinking about making a video another time. You can use this as a router, depending on what the user has said. Maybe you can try to detect this user's intentions and route it to the correct model to answer the question. You can route searching like this, like a switchboard that I've done in my previous video. So we are defining a category matcher app class, and we are using GPT calls class that I've written. This just simplifies your life as far as making API calls to OpenAI. If you'd like to know more about OpenAI Unified API, please watch this video. I go into detail about this, and if you like my content, you can find all the videos at my website, echohive.live. And if you're a patron, you can easily find the code download links from here as well. I have over 200 projects here, and thank you for your support. So we initialize the GPT client with GPT calls with default parameters. We set our model to text embeddings 3 large, and we define a dictionary with 20 categories. What we are actually embedding here, as you'll see in a moment, is the description, the value of the keys. So you could do it really any which way. You can actually embed the entire thing as well, but this is how I've done it. And then during the initialization phase of the class, we actually use the getEmbeddings method of the GPT calls class from OpenAI Unified to get the embeddings for all the categories, and we only get the values embedded. Then we have a method to take in user input, which is going to take in user input and generate user embeddings, which calls this method, which just pretty much calls the same getEmbedding method to get the embeddings. And then now we have our user embeddings, and once find closest categories takes in a value of n. You can specify here, in this case, we were returning 3 at a time, the top 3. So we perform similarity search using the similarity search method of the GPT calls class. And we just compare the user embeddings to all the category embeddings one by one in this single line. Then we sort those similarities based on how many n that we have specified here. And now we have our closest categories, and now we return it. And now we simply loop over that, and we print the category plus the similarity score. And we have a while loop that just keeps on taking user input and displays the results. So you can actually adapt the system, like I said, and automate some processes. In this case, this is just like a little bit of a toy app that displays a proof of concept. Let's ask it Meteor. It says science, travel, and art. So, I mean, if you wanted to do routing, or probably the best categorization you can, you probably would like to use PT4 or Gemini 1.5 if you have access to it. But this is a really quick and cheap way of doing it. It's very fast. So I think it's a good idea. I might actually use this in some of my future projects. If you like to experiment with some chat applications at codehive.app, you can find 900 plus free GPT-powered chat applications. So if you're looking for some inspiration or business ideas, just go to this website. The link will be in the description, and you can just find the type of stuff you're looking for. Then you can copy and run it in your IDE. These are free. But if you wanted to download all of them, you can download all 900 plus of them at my Patreon for $100. Also, I built an app called AutoStreamer, which builds live websites in real time. So you can actually auto-create content, record it, or live stream it. I do have a live stream at the website you can watch, in which we were creating this Python website, which teaches Python.
With beautiful soup.
This is actually deployed live, and I show you how you can deploy your AutoStreamer generated websites at the end of this live stream. So if you're interested, you can download it at my Patreon, currently for $200. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.